Hello friends, we are in the news section of transfer news. There is very little time left for the winter transfer window. You can subscribe to my channel not to miss our videos. Enjoy watching. Barcelona could miss out on signing little Lionel Messi. Estevao Willian as top European clubs line up to sign the Brazilian wonder kid. Fondly known as Little Messi, 16-year-old Brazilian sensation Estevao Willian is wanted by several top European clubs like Barcelona, Manchester United, Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain and Manchester City. The teenager, who recently made his senior debut for Palmeiras in the club's final game of the season, is likely to move out of the Brazilian league when he turns 18 in 2025. Barcelona were considered to be the favorites to land the youngster, as Willian had earlier mentioned that he dreams of playing for the Catalan Giants, but they could miss out on signing him as the other competitors are more likely to match the player's release clause that is €60 million set by Verdão. Mikel Arteta has made up his mind regarding Eddie Nketiah's future at Arsenal amid interests from two Premier League clubs. The English forward, who has appeared in 23 matches for the club across all competitions this season, will not to be sold or loaned out in the upcoming January transfer window, as Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta sees him as a key part of the squad. Speaking to reporters, the Gunners' boss said in October, "He's got an eye for goal. You look at his stats from the last 10 years. What he's done is remarkable. He needs minutes, opportunities, and service. If he gets that, Eddie is going to score goals, that's for sure. He's a great player for Arsenal." Bayer Leverkusen have ruled out selling reported Chelsea and Liverpool targets Jonathan Tah and Piero Hincapié in the January transfer window. Defenders Tah, 27, and Hincapié, 21, are reportedly attracting Premier League interest, but Leverkusen's managing director Simon Rolfs has rejected the notion that any of their top players will leave the club next month. A report from Kicker states Tah has a €18 million release clause, but that is only valid in the summer. Incidentally, Hincapié, who can play at centre-back and left-back, is regarded as one of the most promising defenders in football. Leipzig are open to let Timo Werner leave in the January transfer window amid interest from the Premier League. The Chelsea flop, who rejoined Leipzig last summer, has experienced limited playing time at the Bundesliga club, having appeared in 14 matches across all competitions and clocking just 386 minutes on the pitch. Now Bild reports that Leipzig are ready to let the striker leave in the upcoming transfer window, with Premier League side West Ham reportedly eager to sign him. Upon his return, the Germany international scored 16 goals in 40 appearances for the club last season. He also suffered a ligament injury during the campaign that kept him out of the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Thereafter, his form took a major dip in 2023 as he lost his place in the club's starting lineup and has also not appeared for Germany since June this year. But there are still a lot of teams who want him. Manchester United will reportedly have to pay €100 million to meet Benfica's release clause for wonder kid João Pedro. The Red Devils will have to fork out the huge sum for the midfielder, despite the fact he has played just 45 games for Benfica. The report, which claims manager Erik ten Hag has asked the club to sign the youngster, states there is no way around it. United have to meet their asking price if they want to land him. United have just confirmed Sir Jim Ratcliffe's €1.25 billion partial takeover of the club, which amounts to a 25% stake. Whether or not his introduction will mean the Red Devils will be better run and have more success on the pitch remains to be seen. Much of their transfer business in recent years has failed, and another big purchase, such as Neves, may make figureheads at the club a little nervous. An interesting January transfer window awaits. Barcelona will have to pay over €30 million to Manchester City if they want to sign João Cancelo permanently next season. The Catalan Giants signed Cancelo on loan from City on the deadline of the summer transfer window. Since he arrived at the club, the Portuguese has consistently performed for his new club and has been a mainstay in Xavi's starting lineup. The reigning La Liga champions are considering signing the right fullback permanently next summer, but to do so they have been informed that they will have to pay a transfer fee over €30 million to the Premier League giants. Along with Cancelo, Barcelona also signed his compatriot João Felix on a temporary deal on the deadline, and they are planning to keep him permanently at the club. The only thing that coming in the Blaugrana's way to complete the signing of the two players is the club's financial constraints. If Barcelona wants to buy these two players, he's going to be out of pocket a lot of money. Kepa Arrizabalaga's return to Spain could face an abrupt end, as reports suggest Real Madrid are unlikely to sign the goalkeeper on a permanent basis. The Spanish international arrived on loan from Chelsea as an emergency replacement for Thibaut Courtois when the Belgian suffered a serious knee injury in August. But after an injury of his own, Kepa has found himself fighting for the starting job in Madrid with Andre Lunin. Lunin was preferred despite Kepa's return to fitness after some assured performances, but coach Carlo Ancelotti reinstated Kepa for the final 2 games of the year and stated that he has yet to decide who will become the first choice when the season resumes. "I don't have the idea of rotating the goalkeepers," Ancelotti told reporters ahead of their midweek win at Alaves. "They are both doing well. Lunin has progressed a lot and shown a lot of confidence. Kepa has maintained his level too. When Kepa recovered from injury, I liked rewarding both players. I will choose one of the two in the second half of the season." Aymeric Laporte will reportedly stay in the Saudi Pro League at Al Nasser despite Real Madrid transfer links. The centre-back has been linked with Madrid following David Alaba's injury. However, the report states the 29-year-old has found stability in Saudi, he will not leave Al Nasser, and the Riyadh outfit will not throw away their £23.6 million summer investment, who is reportedly on £21 million a year. Moreover, Los Blancos would not be willing to cover his sizable costs, and being in Saudi will not hurt Laporte's chances of playing for the Spanish national team again. Laporte was one of a number of big names to head to the Saudi Pro League this summer, joining Cristiano Ronaldo at Al Nasser. They sit second in the table, 10 points behind runaway leaders Al Hilal. While they may not overhaul their rivals, they are still in the title race, and have the AFC Champions League and King Cup of Champions to play for. And Laporte staying at the club will boost their chances of landing silverware. Just 6 months into his stint with Al Ahly in Saudi Arabia, Roberto Firmino has been reported to be looking to leave the club. Just 3 goals have been scored by the 32-year-old in his 17 outings for Al Ahly. The legendary player from Liverpool has now lost his spot in the All-Star team led by Matthias Gisel and hasn't started a game since late October. The Mirror reports that Steven Gerrard is looking to get Firmino back together with his old Liverpool teammates Jordan Henderson and Gini Wijnaldum at Al Ettifaq. Gerrard recently talked about potential interest in Firmino. "I obviously know Bobby extremely well, I've been a massive fan. I've followed him for years. At the moment, he's Al Ahly's player, so it's very difficult for me to comment on that situation. But I've loved Bobby Firmino since the first day I watched him and I'm a huge fan." Chelsea fell to their 8th Premier League defeat of the season at Molineux as Wolves ran out 2-1 winners on Christmas Eve, with Christopher Nkunku's late goal not enough to mount a comeback. The French knotted home a neat header to give Mauricio Pochettino hope in added time, but it wasn't to be as Chelsea fell further away from the top 4. The Blues are now 14 points behind Tottenham Hotspur in 4th and are only 10 points clear of the relegation zone. Their form in 2023 has been woeful and Pochettino's appointment has not had its desired effect. Despite some promising moments, including the performances against Manchester City and Liverpool, Chelsea have been a disaster this season and the display at Molineux was a familiar story. The Blues have missed the most big chances in the entire English top flight and poor cutting edge was the problem once again. Pochettino's place is in jeopardy. Chelsea are already out of the European Cup this year. They're still far from the top 5. They spend a lot of money every transfer window, but there's no improvement. If they don't finish in the top 5, Pochettino will be sacked. Chelsea fans have run out of patience. Kylian Mbappe will not push to leave Paris Saint-Germain in January, despite transfer interest from Real Madrid, according to reports. The France superstar has just 6 months left on his contract at the Parc des Princes, but he will not force an exit mid-season in a bid to avoid a January window full of transfer speculation. That is per Sport, who have reported that Mbappe doesn't plan on leaving PSG just yet, although a summer exit remains a possibility. Earlier this year, Mbappe sent a letter to the PSG hierarchy stating that he would not renew his contract at the club despite his desire to stay until 2024. Following a period of banishment, the Frenchman returned to the side, but he is still set to become a free agent next July. Real Madrid is seen as his most likely destination, although the imminent arrival of Enrique, the position of Vinicius Jr. and Jude Bellingham's rise to fame at the Santiago Bernabéu means a move to Los Blancos isn't as straightforward as once imagined. Arsenal, Liverpool and Chelsea have all been linked with Mbappe too, although it remains to be seen if the France forward is keen on joining the Premier League over Real Madrid. Liverpool's 1-1 draw against Arsenal on Saturday was the even affair many had predicted beforehand, but the lack of cutting edge from both sides was slightly surprising. Mikel Arteta's side mustered just 2 shots on target all game, while the hosts managed only 3 themselves. Although Dominic Solank's Liverpool career never caught a light during his 2-year stint at Anfield, he has blossomed into a star at Bournemouth. After netting 6 goals in the Premier League last season, Solank has stepped it up a notch under Andoni Iraola this campaign. The former Chelsea Academy wonderkid has 11 league goals and 1 assist in 2023-24, and he bagged his first ever top-flight hat-trick in Bournemouth's dramatic 3-2 win over Nottingham Forest on Saturday. He has been one of the Premier League's standout performers this year and transfer interest is increasing. West Ham have previously expressed their desire to sign Solank, while Arsenal are reportedly also keen. It's unlikely that Solank will leave Bournemouth mid-season, but a transfer next summer could be on the cards if he continues his incredible form.